To me, the Mitsubishi Outlander has an uphill battle. It's in a very competitive compact crossover category. Today I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons that I discovered after my full week of driving it. The Outlander comes in 4 trim levels. There were 5, but they're dropping the LE for 2019. So now you have ES, SE, SEL, and GT. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive is available, and all-wheel drive is available across all trim levels, so that's a plus. In the GT trim level, which is the only one with the V6, all-wheel drive is standard. We have the SEL in Super all-wheel control, which is all-wheel drive. There are 2 powertrains available on the Outlander. We have the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder mated to a CVT, and that's going to be a big con for a lot of people shopping for a crossover SUV, considering the competitors have 6, 8, and 9-speed automatic transmissions. This has a CVT, and the power isn't that great. 166 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque. Now, the V6 is the way to go. By the way, 0 to 60 in our tester, 9.2 seconds. The GT trim level is the only way you get a V6 in the Outlander. It's a 3-liter mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 224 horses, 215 pound-feet of torque. I don't have numbers on 0 to 60, but considerably faster than the 9.2 that I mentioned with the 2.4-liter. Now, I did a breakdown trying to do the best I could comparing powertrain to powertrain with some of the Outlander's competitors. I picked 4: Jeep Cherokee, Honda CR-V, Kia Sorento, and Ford Escape. The most powerful of this group of competitors, the Kia Sorento, 3.3-liter V6, made to an 8-speed automatic transmission in the all-wheel drive, 290 horses, 252 pound-feet of torque, so blows away the Outlander. When I did a fuel economy comparison with these bigger powertrains, the Outlander tied with the Escape for 27 miles per gallon in mixed driving in that V6 for the Outlander, but the Honda CR-V was the best at 33 miles per gallon in mixed driving. Only the Sorento could match the Outlander when it came to warranty specs. Basic was 5 years, 60,000 miles, and drivetrain 10 years, 100,000 miles. Both of those were a tie. And again, only the Sorento could match the Outlander when it came to passenger space. Both have 3 rows, both can seat 7, although that 3rd row is pretty darn tight. And the price points were very similar on the top ends, right around $34,000 when you had the more powerful engine. Here's a big positive for those of you who like to go off-road in their SUVs like the Outlander: 8.5 inches of ground clearance. The only one better was the Jeep Cherokee at 8.7. This is definitely one of the least expensive 3-row crossover SUVs you can get in the market, even though that 3rd row is pretty small and best for kids. The base price between $24,500 and $30,000. That is an excellent price for a vehicle like this, and all-wheel drive is available across all trim levels. Cargo is a little bit challenging. You have just over 10 cubic feet of volume behind this 3rd row, which best case, just fold it down so you can get 34 cubic feet of volume between here and the middle row. Now, if you fold down the middle row, you're looking at 63 cubic feet of volume. That is still 10 cubic feet less than the Kia Sorento and 12 cubic feet less than the Honda CR-V. This falls under the con category, folding down the 2nd row seats, which is a 3-step process, where in other vehicles it's a 1 or 2 at most step process. Number 1, pull a strap here for the headrest to go down. Pull number 2 down below, watch the seat here. And 3, a latch, and then it folds down flat. Having 3 rows is a great marketing tool for a crossover SUV because it tells the customer you can haul up to 7 people, as long as those 2 other people in the back are very small children, because getting an adult back there is a challenge. Here's how you would do it in the Outlander. The first step is to slide the seat forward. Once you do, you bring it in that position, and then you lift right here, and that's as far forward as it goes. So there's your access point to the 3rd row, and if I were to step in here, not a lot of room, but I'm gonna do my best to get back here. And the 3rd row does not slide back. So this is where I am right now, and here's the other seat, which couldn't slide forward a little bit, but as you can tell, this is gonna be a tight squeeze, and it is. If I were able to reach the front and slide it back, I'm gonna sacrifice leg room for the person here in the front. So yes, you've got 2 more passengers you can haul, but the downside is they're gonna be small passengers. And here's what it looks like for legroom behind the driver's seat, and this was my position as the driver up front. I'm 5'11", and the middle row is slid all the way back. So here's how much room you have, right around that much between my knees and the back of the seat. So comfort-wise, a little bit stiff. And headroom is good because they have an indent in the roof line like most vehicles do, so I'm okay with that being 5'11". Stepping in behind the wheel, the door opens up pretty wide, so this is what it looks like when you step inside the Outlander for a guy my size. A pretty comfortable place to sit, although the vehicle is not as wide and long as some of the other competitors' vehicles are. We also have the touring trim level on our tester here, so we have some extras, a 360-degree view backup camera. Also some safety features like forward collision mitigation, lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, as well as LED high and low beam headlights and LED fog lights, as well as a heated steering wheel. Something really nice about the Outlander for 2019, it does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You plug in your USB port. One downside, there's only one USB port to plug into. There's our heated steering wheel option. It does have Bluetooth, so I have used Bluetooth as well when I don't use my USB cable. Otherwise, some beautiful, colorful graphics here on this 7-inch touchscreen. Also slides over so you can see all the different features available. That looks nice. I'm very happy with how that presents itself to the driver and passenger in the car. Climate control is pretty straightforward as well. Down here you have blind spot information, so when a car comes into your blind spot, you can see it here in the side mirror, which I will zoom into. It lights up right about there. Kind of hard to see with that, but it's there. Your steering wheel mounted control is pretty straightforward with a couple extra bonuses on here. First of all, you have your Bluetooth options here on the left-hand side, your cruise control and adaptive cruise control. This here changes the volume and whatever is on your infotainment screen. This is your 360-degree camera. I press this, and there in the monitor, you have your different camera angles. I press it again. You can see just from one side. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your lane departure warning, your trunk release obviously, and this is your forward collision monitor, which you can adjust to go off based on how close and far you are to the car in front of you. One step further with this infotainment screen with some of the graphics and information, air conditioner for example, you get a visual of the vehicle inside and also temperatures outside as well as inside the vehicle, fan power, and so on. For those of you looking to take advantage of the 8.5 inches of ground clearance, here is your off-road driving modes. You've got in here in the center, you see Eco, Normal, Snow, and Locking It for any off-road adventures you want to go in. We had some snow recently, so I was able to utilize the snow mode and was able to go through and conquer anything out on the roads that had snow on it. Nothing super flashy about the inside of the Outlander. One of the highlights will be the infotainment screen, the color graphics, the information that you get. You do have that super all-wheel control option for different drive modes, whether you go the Eco, Snow, or normal driving. And then, of course, this is part of our touring package, having that sunroof. So with the 2019 Mitsubishi Outlander, something I would choose, I would probably keep shopping. One of the best selling points, of course, is the fact that it's under $30,000 for a 3-row crossover SUV. And you are going to sacrifice space in that third row. I sound like a broken record with that, but that's the truth. And it is nice to have that Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, some of the great infotainment screen options with that. It drives good, but when it comes to other bells and whistles and luxuries, you might want to keep on shopping for extra space, extra bonuses, and that kind of thing. Otherwise, it's a good price when you think about it. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Adios. One more thing before you go. I've added links to some of the best-selling automotive accessories on Amazon right now, along with links to some of my product reviews. You'll find it in the description below this video.